Yeah, so what I'm planning on doing is I am planning on installing a watt box. Now, if you don't know what a watt box is, basically watt means wide open throttle. So now how these cars work is wide open throttle. I think they've got a wide open throttle solenoid or something, or it might just work off the pedals. I haven't actually looked at the wiring too much. But basically what this is going to give me, it's going to give me two-step and launch control. Well, two-step launch control. So what that's going to do is it disrupts the signal between the coil packs to keep it at a user-specified RPM. And then what it does is it builds boost while you're on that. So foot in the clutch, foot to the floor on the accelerator, and it'll start building boost. That's going to be my launch control. Now what that also does is it gives you flat shift. Now what flat shift is, foot flat on the accelerator while you're going, hit the clutch and bang the gear without letting the accelerator up. So what that does is it disrupts the coils, and yeah, basically the same as the launch control. It just takes the load off of the engine so you can slap it between gears. Now what the advantage of that is if anybody of you out there is familiar with these 2.5 Mondeos, they got a common problem with a boost drop when you get over a certain RPM, certain power level. So basically in between gears, when the throttle body shuts and you've still got that spark of half fuel, and you get back into gear and then you get back into full throttle, it's trying to push more it's trying to push through basically as much pressure as it can, and it's already seeing a lot of pressure in the rail, so it makes it go crazy. It gives you like a half boost. So what this watt box does, you don't let off of the accelerator, so the throttle body doesn't close, so that goes away. Now what I'm hoping this thing is going to really help me with my 0 to 60 time. Yet to be seen, but promising. Got this thing working at the moment, so at least now what I can do, I mean it's getting a bit late now, so I probably won't do it today. We'll probably join it another day, but it will be in this video, so stick around and let's get it installed, I think. Right guys, welcome to another rainy day in the garage. So what I've done is I've pulled the Mondeo in here. Probably not going to get the whole wiring done today, but I'm going to run some wires and I'll just show you quickly what I'm doing. Yeah, so basically what I've done so far is just pulled out the glove box just so I can expose the wires. Got to run a few through into the engine compartment and a couple through to the driver's footwell. But yeah, so it's going to be fun because I'm quite big. Getting under there is no fun. So let's do it. Let's get to it. Okay guys, so I've just basically laid out what we've got here. We've got the actual watt box itself here, my instructions, all the cables, and here's the actual wiring loom that I've got to run some stuff through. So basically what I'm doing is I'm running the orange, red and yellow wires through to the engine compartment because they've got to go onto internal bits of the engine bay under there somewhere. So I'm going to wrap those together and pull them through the bung. That's the next thing I'm going to do. So let's get to doing that. Right guys, so here we are in the car. What I've got in front of me here is those 3 wires together, just wrapped around with a bit of brown insulation tape to a bit of welding wire on the top. So I'm going to push that through and it'll be able to help me to pull that. Basically where we're going, through the main bung, it's easier to see because I've got a sub wire going through, but yeah, it goes through up into the bowels of darkness under there. I don't know if you can quite see where it goes through. So that's what I'm going to be doing now, and then obviously going through to the engine compartment side and just feeding the wire through that way. I'm going to have the device mounted inside of here away from my watt box and have the USB coming out. I don't want it to be seen, although I might have it underneath the bottom here so you can drop out the bottom carpet and in the footwell and see it. I don't know, we'll have to see. So I'm just going to get it positioned now and feed some wires. And there we go. Okay guys, so got all the wires run through, and this is a little item here. I think I'm going to mount it up top there so it's completely hidden away, and then I'll just have the actual USB coming down through so I can plug the laptop in and get logs and whatever I need. But for now, I think for testing purposes, I'm just going to leave it over here like this, because I'm obviously going to leave this out. It's got a little LED on here so you can test it's working and things. So before I put the dash back, the cubby hole back, I'm obviously going to test. But now the next thing I'm going to do is run these two over down there to the pedals. So that's going to take a bit of squirming around, but let's get that done. Now I threaded the blue and the green wire over to this side. We're going to follow some instructions on how to do it, but I've just skinned out the underneath there. Let's see if I can show you on that side. So you can't really see, but everything's just sort of hanging in there. Yeah, we're going to start splicing some wires down here then, I think. I've got the wires run through all the way through the bulkhead. You can see at the back there, through here, around here, underneath the air filter down here, and into the loom down there. So as you can see, I've skinned all the loom here. Now I am just double checking one more cable, which is this yellow one. It needs to go to the injector signal wire. Now I was told it was the grey purple, but I don't think it is. I actually think it's the other one, so I'm going to check first. But it's all hooked up beside the signal wire. I'm probably just going to test it, but seems like it's all working. The actual device lit up when the sensors do its thing. So I think the next thing you guys will probably see is this all bolted up and having a go on this. So yeah, I just want to say a big thanks to Arthur for his help. He did put up the step-by-step instructions to do this, and they all seem well except for the injector one, which I just want to double check. But yeah, without him I could not have got this done. Right guys, welcome back to the Mondeo. So I've got that other wire hooked up now to the injector signal. I'll probably go back and show you exactly what I did and where I hooked it up and how to make it kind of neat. I've got as you can see, the blue light under there. That is the watt box, and on here I've got the watt box software, which I've set up. I'll take a photo of this. You've got to basically do some global settings, set up, and a couple of other little things, but it's really pretty easy to do. I've now set the launch control for 3,500. I'll probably set it to 3, and then just go for a drive and mess about. Excuse all the rubbish over here, that's all out my what's it called, my cubby hole. But yeah, we are looking good. So I'm probably going to let the car warm up and then maybe take it for a drive, although it is absolutely pouring down out there, so that could be fun. I might set this launch control really low and just see if it works. So let's check it out. Right guys, so all installed, all tested, all working. Did the standing test and stuff. Obviously I don't want to sit in launch control and see if it builds boost when it's not warm or anything, and it's quite nerve-wracking. Sounds a bit weird when it does it, so I've got to get used to it. But did a quick test with the flat shift and that works too. Did a quick launch control test. Would love to show you guys what it sounds like, but it's absolutely pouring down outside, and also it's quite late. I don't think the neighbours will approve. So tomorrow morning I think I'm going to get it up and going, but I am going to go for a little test, and I think you're going to come along and join me for the ride, so you probably hear it then. Welcome back to the garage. So join me on a slightly nicer day for some positive things. So last night I got all the wiring done for the two-step and launch control. Took it for a very quick test last night because it was absolutely pouring down, all working perfectly. So today, just what I was waiting for, a bit more of a less rainy, a bit more of a calmer day. The roads are still pretty crappy, I must admit. There's lots of, as you can see from my driveway, there's lots of crap all over the roads and stuff from the storm last night. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out for a drive and we're going to give this some testing today. I'm going to go out, let it all warm up first, drive normally, and then I'll get you in. I'll do a few flat shifts and then maybe we'll try 0 to 60. Last night was not very encouraging because I'm pretty sure it managed to spin all 4 wheels even with a soft launch, well, as soft as I can make it. But yeah, let's have a look. Hopefully today in the dry I managed to get some forward momentum. But here we are, exciting times. Let's go try out that white box. Right, so just pulled over on the side of the road. I've let the car get warm. It's got a full tank of fuel at the moment, which isn't ideal for any sort of speed test, so pinch of salt with this one. But obviously, when it was in its previous cars, it did take me a couple of tries to figure things out. I'm just out for a quick blast today, so this is good enough. Got the GoPro hooked up over there, so I'll probably video with that too. Hopefully you can see my legs moving, or lack of the right leg moving off a foot wide open. But yeah, I think it's time to give this a bit of a try. Just waiting for some breaks in the traffic, because seems to be a lovely Saturday afternoon, so everybody's out and about and driving 20 mile an hour on this flipping motorway. So yeah, catch me when we got some testing going. Okay, so let's go for a second to third flat shift. Third to fourth. Feels good. Fourth to fifth. Definitely feels good. Gets the power down, seems to keep the boost going. So yeah, successful test on that at least, I think. Right guys, so testing's gone well. Everything's working. Flat shift is working, launch control's working. Definitely going to take some getting used to from me with the letting off the clutch and launching. Just getting it right, you know. It's kind of a new thing I've got to learn. Obviously I gave it a couple of tries today, but didn't get anything notable, so I probably won't even add them in the video. But other than that, I think we're going to leave it here. I'm just going to head on my way back to the garage and just tidy a few things up. But next video, I'm going to be giving it a bunch of practice before then, and hopefully we'll break some records. Well, we'll break some personal records. So yeah, thanks for bearing with me again. So as always, just share it around, drop a like, and please hit the subscribe button. And I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully it won't be such a long delay until the next one. See you soon.